Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. So they've gone and done it. It looks to me, I was searching online, it looks to me like these inaugural Intrepid Awards. I mean, it's with the Intrepid Museum. So on November 10th, Harry will present awards to 5 service members, veterans, and military families at the Intrepid Museum's 2021 Salute to Freedom Gala. So it's at the Intrepid Museum, and these are the Intrepid Awards. So I'm not sure if these awards are sponsored by the Intrepid Museum or if this is Harry and Meghan dipping their little toe in, that now we're going to present awards to people because we're so awesome. We're the U.S. Royals. So let's just see how these awards will be received by the public. They are inaugural awards either way. So let's see how these, because another award show, I don't know if we've had our fill, maybe. City. Yes, that's a very nice card. Scourge. It's a sleeper. How will the public receive these awards? City, like the whole world. It's before the whole world, and it's something they want to do again and again and again. Scourge, or it's a conflict. So it's a very nice gesture. It's an award. It's all good, and they're doing it I think they're going to be doing it again and again. 12 and 8, 25 spades. That can be because of difficulties. They're injured veterans. Now, these are U.S. veterans. It's a little odd that Harry is going to present to war veterans, United States soldiers, not UK soldiers. That seems like a conflict, and we're going to take a look at that. Coffin, sleeper. So, yeah. So there is a conflict. There's a conflict that he's presenting to U.S. soldiers. And nobody's going to say anything on the day, but it's conflict. It's gonna fester a little bit, and then people, we live in a new world of social media. And I bought an iPhone. It's going to be my first iPhone. Boy, oh boy, those things are costly. And it costs more than my whiz-bang computer, which is a gaming computer, which I don't do any gaming, but I just want my computer to be fast. So anyway, I think it's a sleeper. I think the conflict is a sleeper. And then it's going to break out on social media, and it's going to be, televised, and that's Mercury's electronic media. 3 blackbirds and home. Okay, the people involved and the soldiers and the people involved, they're all going to talk and take action and they're going to make decisions about this. They're going to make public decisions about this. 6 and 12, 16, 19, 5 clubs. 5 clubs. So this, I think there's going to be a little bit of a brouhaha about the fact that these are United States war veterans and soldiers and families. They're not UK. And here Harry is giving awards to United States veterans. That's, I don't know, it's a little odd. A little bit of a conflict. And maybe a whole lot of conflict because he's a British royal. So let's see how much conflict we're going to get. UK veterans versus U.S. veterans. What are the reactions of UK veterans to Harry handing out awards to United States veterans, UK veterans, US veterans. And let's see what both sides are how they're going to feel about this. I think we're going to get a reaction from both sides. We're definitely going to get a reaction from both sides because he's just stepping over the lines. Remember when Harry and Meghan did their own, the royals presented wreaths at on UK Veterans Day, and I forget what they call it. And then Harry and Meghan, they staged their own veterans, and they asked for a wreath to be laid for them. And the royals are like, no, you don't represent anybody. And the Queen is not laying her own wreath. Charles and Camilla are not laying their own wreath. They're laying a wreath on behalf of others. Okay, they're representatives. Harry and Meghan only represent themselves. They don't represent anybody anymore. So what is the reaction of the UK veterans and the US veterans to Harry giving out awards to United States veterans? UK veterans. And US veterans. Oh, look at that. So I guess I'm getting at who's going to have the worst reaction. UK veterans, home, on an ongoing basis, and water into wine, transformation. They actually look okay with it. 9 and 8, 17, which is 5 hearts. They are going to react, but the reaction is going to be mostly positive. Look how red this is. Okay, U.S. veterans. This is red. This is dark. 4-leaf clover. This is the news of the moment, and they're sending messages about it, and they're making decisions. We can go this way. We can go that way. 9, 10, 3 diamonds. I think the U.S. veterans, their responses will not be as favorable as the UK veterans. Player, sort of the new guy, one-time thing, coming in from outside. 11 and 7, 18, 5 diamonds. I don't think Harry's going to be asked to honor U.S. veterans after this. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Executioner, cut it. Even though it has good intentions, and straight razor, 2 cutting cards. I think Harry is not going to be presenting awards, appreciation awards to U.S. veterans in the future because he's not a U.S. citizen and he did not serve in the U.S. military. And it's a little bit of a conflict. So, but the UK people are going to be like, yeah, okay, we founded America. We're the UK. We founded America. We're this tiny little country with this huge influence on the world today. And anybody who questions that is an idiot. Those people who say America has no culture, I'm sorry. The United States, Western democracy, we are the culture of the whole world right now. Sorry to say. And we are so dominant in the world culturally right now that I don't even know who the distant second is, really. But so I think that's it for Harry. Presenting awards to U.S. veterans. I think that's enough. Enough is enough. That's what I think. Will Harry fly another private jet to this event? Because Harry, the eco warrior, he just flies private jets everywhere. Rules for thee and not for me. Okay? And he's getting a lot of flack over flying private. Him and Meghan flying private to New York City for their latest gig. And they're saying it was very much an eco gig. Not really. They were talking about handing out, the pandemic shots, pandemic equity. Oh, I just want to cry thinking about it. But, and I don't know. It's kind of a seems like a mischaracterization to say that Harry was flying there. Harry and Meghan were flying there for eco stuff. But he's getting a lot of flack about it because he's the eco warrior. So is he going to fly another private jet, or is he going to fly commercial? Let's see what kind of cars we get. Private jet or commercial? There's lots of people there. Private jet or commercial? Straight razor's like a decision because of difficulty and actions. Decisions and actions because of all the underlying flack. Snake is really underneath. 12 and 4. 16. Coffin. People grumbling beneath the surface. All kinds of problems. So he's aware of the problems. He's definitely aware of people grumbling. He's watching the social media. He's, getting it. People are, his PR people are telling him, maybe you shouldn't fly private. Let's see what we get. Hand in hand, many people, and Mercury. Nobody's faster than Mercury. And situation, Mother Earth, strength and handcuffs. United in the foundation with many people. United with many people, flying, going very fast. And I think he's going to fly commercial. This really looks to me like Harry is going to fly commercial for the next one, and they'll probably make a big deal out of it. Are they going to highly publicize that Harry's going to fly commercial? Let's just see. Highly publicized that Harry's going to fly commercial. He's an angel. It's official. With all his friends. Oh yeah, it was a disaster. This was a PR disaster. So here's with other people. High tower, business with other people, and angel. He may fly with the whole family. 24, 6 spades. I think he's going to fly commercial, or he's going to fly with a whole bunch of people. I'm seeing a whole bunch of people with Harry. Okay, so even if he were to fly private jet, there would be a bunch of people in that plane, and so they'll say, "Well, it wasn't just Harry. There was like a whole bunch of people there, and they flew all together." So that's almost like a commercial flight. So some people are mentioning that they're wondering if Meghan is on the psych meds, because you can really gain weight if you're on the psych meds. It makes you lethargic and sleepy, and you want to eat a lot, and like that. Is Meghan, and this is sort of a follow-up, is Meghan on the psych meds? Because they're always talking about mental health, and and whenever I go to the doctor, they ask you this battery of questions, and they're trying to give you psych meds. And I said to my doctor, I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, that's crazy. Those questions are crazy. Are you ever sad? Were you ever sad in your whole life? Like, even for 1 minute, did you, do you have, ideation of harming yourself? Do you want to harm others? Do you drink alcohol a lot? Do you self-medicate? All these crazy questions, just trying to trick you. And I could just see like a young person going, well, I do say yes to some of those, but, I'm not depressed or anything. And then they give them drugs. They push drugs on them. So is Meghan on the psych meds? Hamster wheel. Well, we have a 2. We have connection and a doctor, connection, and managing the environment, managing the environment. Ten hearts. So Meghan is associated with 2 cards, 10 hearts and devil. Okay, and you get a lot of the tower too, but 10 hearts and devil, Meghan gets a lot. 10 hearts is very emotional. The emotion, the cup is overflowing, and the emotion is overflowing. So that's how Meghan comes off. She is a very emotional person. She's also very clever. But I asked, is she on the psych meds? Over a very long period of time, she's been under a doctor's care. 22, 24, 6 spades for maladies, for bad relationship with herself. 6 spades, this adds 6 spades, 24. 6 spades is a card of drug addiction. It's a card of sex addiction. It's a card of any kind of addictions, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, bad relationships, and like drug addiction is a bad relationship with yourself. You are medicating by taking drugs, and it's actually self-harm. It's self-harm. So what do we have underneath? Very emotional player and disaster. Her acting career is a disaster. Her public persona is a disaster, and she's feeling very emotional about this. World and mustard. She doesn't feel that that she's presenting properly in front of the world. 20, 31, and 9, 40, 10 spades. 10, 10, 10. 10 spades is twice. So she feels that, their new thing is just becoming a disaster. So she's been under the care of a medical professional, a psychological medical professional for a long time. Let's back this up just a little bit. So did they recently adjust or increase her dosages? Because they'll do that. They mess around. I actually worked at the National Institute of Mental Health for a while there, for quite a 5 years, I guess. 5 years. And that was interesting, but they're all about the drugs and just testing like the tiniest little, I don't know what they're called, enzyme. It's been a long time. It's been 30 years. But enzymes, pleasure receptors, pain receptors, the biological basis of depression and things. They're really into that. So they're into adjusting the meds a lot. So were her psych meds recently adjusted or increased? Big change in her foundation and her relationships. Straight razor. Ooh. Get a closer look here. So she's actually been, seeing, doing psychologist, psychiatrist on meds for a very long time. Big change in her spine, in her marriage or spine and the relationship. 13. This could literally say that there's trouble in the relationship with Meghan and Harry, and that's what's really bothering her. And that would make sense, because the number one thing, the man his primary job is to go out and provide for the family. A woman, her primary thing is the relationships. She's very focused on, and the first and most important relationship should be the husband and wife relationship. And this says there's been a big change in the marriage, and she's very, very concerned about it. And I'm asking if her dosages were increased or changed. So I have a big change card. Big change. Hand in hand, many people involved. Mother Earth, straight razor, Sun, and Executioner. Executioner is a doctor card. It's a doctor, lawyer, judge card. So yes, the doctor started something new. There's a lot of people involved in overseeing, and it's to affect straight razor Mother Earth, her biology, her chemical balances in her body. Yeah, very much. So yes, definitely the doctor changed her dosages. She added or subtracted some medicines. I would say added medicines. They never subtract. They're always pushing drugs on you. So yeah, that's interesting. So Megan has been on the psych meds for a very long time. I had no idea. Now that's very groovy and very cool in LA. Everybody sees a therapist. You know, I watch Vanderpump Rules, and all these young people, you know, young, beautiful, vapid people, they all go see psychologists, you know, on the TV show. So it's very cool, very hip to have your own psychologist and to talk about your emotional problems. So I'm sure Megan is on that bandwagon as well, and that's how she got into it. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and